Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back to my Chanel. Currently, I am recovering from breast augmentation surgery.
Mummy's got breasts.
Oh my goodness, let me just tell you. I basically have been in kind of like a little bit of a mini nostalgic phase. I had breast augmentation about 10 days ago from right now. Let me just tell you, I have been gagging to get back into the swing of filming. So I thought today I would actually do like a little bit of a revisited kind of style video, something that I haven't actually done before.
Wow. Crazy.
Before we get into all that, I do actually want to let you know that I'm actually doing pretty all right. My energy levels are quite low. I don't have any upper body strength whatsoever. I'm also suffering from like 3 mouth ulcers at the moment, and I think that's because of like anesthetic wearing off. I don't know. I'm a bit messed up. I will be doing a video about my experience with breast augmentation and breast enlargement in particular, once I'm like fully recovered and I can actually put a legible video together. So my loves, it's been a little while since we have done a bridalplasty stab video here on the Chanel. In fact, actually, it's probably been about a year. So I don't know why I did this. It was the first kind of like huge supercut that I'd ever done of a show. I uploaded the entirety of the Bridalplasty playlist in one single video for everyone to watch. And right at the very, very end of that video, I decided to put in the Where Are They Now? What Happened After Bridalplasty Girls, which basically catalogued each of the contestants that I could find information of and what their life entailed and what they got up to after the show had finished. Now I'm gonna put that in this video because for some reason I decided not to actually make that a standalone video.
You ugly bitch.
So as my entire Bridalplasty playlist has over 1 million views in total, I thought I would make that video actually available for all of you to see because I don't think a lot of you have seen it. So there you are. Not quite 1 million, is it? No. My energy is so off today. I'm really trying, but I don't know if this is gonna work. Now, the video that you are about to watch is quite old, and I actually forgot just how different I look. It's, it's pre-plastic surgery, basically. I did my own bridalplasty, girls. Talking about bridalplasty, weirdly enough, I had a TV producer reach out to me recently and was like, are you gonna get married soon? Do you want to be involved in this TV show? And I was like, I'm not getting married soon, sis. No, I don't know where you've heard that, but that's not right.
Nobody wanted to marry you.
So after we rewatch the pre-film section you are just about to view in the video, I actually have a little bit of extra information about Allison, the winner of Bridalplasty Girls, as she reached out in the comments of that video. And after a little bit more of internet sleuthing, I managed to find a little bit more about what our Allison has been up to post-show. So stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's watch Bridalplasty Revisited. Where Are They Now? And finally we come to the Where Are They Now segment that I have lovingly prepared over months of research, and unfortunately I'm going to be really disappointed right here and just tell you all that I could only find information on 3, potentially 4 of the cast members. So first of all, I want to start with the most shocking story you are going to hear from the words out of my mouth today. I don't even know how much of this story I can say, so I'm going to be really careful with my words here, and I'm not going to be disrespectful either. I am sad to report that Lisa Marie is no longer with us, so I'm going to be reading from you a couple of lines from People magazine and their online article, which will be in the description box of this video if you want to do some further reading yourself, of what exactly happened to Lisa Marie. And I think it's actually quite it's really shocking, and it can require quite a strong stomach, my loves. I am so sorry to have to share this information with you. Okay, the title starts with Man Found Guilty of Killing Bridalplasty Star with Hammer and Burying Her Body in His Backyard. A California man has been found guilty of murdering Bridalplasty star Lisa Marie and may face a possible sentence of 26 years to life in state prison. So on December 18th in 2016, the 34-year-old Jackie Jerome Rogers, who was actually Lisa Marie's former student, now I don't exactly know in what context that is, I don't know if she was teaching him how to be a nurse or anything like this, beat the nurse and reality show contestant at least 8 times with a hammer while the two were inside his car. Now it takes quite a lot to shock me, but the idea that you are in a car with someone and they just take a weapon to you 8 times is genuinely shocking and terrifying. So at the time, Lisa Marie was married, and her and the guy were having an affair when he got upset and killed her. So Jackie Rogers was actually found guilty of first-degree murder. That is quite a strong sentence. And it goes on to say that before this event happened, he and Lisa Marie attended a friend's birthday party together at a restaurant in California, and that was the last time that she was seen alive. Days later, he was arrested and confessed to killing her. He also led authorities to her shallow grave in his backyard. Some of this language is genuinely terrifying. Like, I can't imagine what it actually must take for someone to do that to someone else. I don't like the idea of like affairs and whatnot, but you're not entitled to end someone's life because of it. I think that is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And before his arrest, Lisa Marie's family actually confronted him about like where Lisa Marie was, and he lied to them and said she's fine, she's not with me. After he was confronted again by the family after some CCTV footage of them at the restaurant arrived, apparently he started shaking. I wanted him to leave, but at the same time I wanted him to admit that he knew more, said a member of her family. It wasn't until he spoke to the LAPD later that day that he confessed to the crime. So there is actually a little bit more to this story than just from that article. I will put a couple of links to various articles that kind of buff out that story a little bit more in the description box below, so you are more than welcome to read a little bit more. I don't know how much more I can say on YouTube, but the man has been sentenced, and as far as I can tell, the last update is on April 9th, 2019. So I must admit, it is actually, when I found this out, it was really bittersweet to watch this entire season with Lisa Marie in it. I feel like it was just a bit, it is strange to see someone so vibrant, knowing now what happened to her years down the line. So moving on from Lisa Marie's story, I now want to share one of the biggest success stories to come out of Bridalplasty that is not even really related to Bridalplasty at all, and that is of Alexandra. Now, Alexandra has become a beautiful boss babe, girl, boss woman on the go since her years of Bridalplasty. She now owns a multi-million-dollar hair extension empire. Her company is called Glam Seamless Hair Extensions, and on Instagram they have 275,000 followers. So she is like a professional businesswoman on the go, and some of her products look absolutely beautiful. Her company provides hair extensions in all different types of ranges, all different types of colors, textures, and different ways of installation. She looks absolutely breathtakingly stunning now, and do you know what? I do not think that the show Bridalplasty actually helped her in any way, shape, or form achieve her degrees. I'm just going to read you here one of her Instagram captions here. She says, "At 20, with no income, I may have had nothing on paper, but I had a vision. I knew I'd make a way for myself somehow. The older I get, the more I value my downtime. My energy becomes so important to me. The quiet time is my time to plan, think, and create my vision. Without a vision, deciding what you do and don't want to becomes harder, and you'll find yourself lost along the way. Creating the vision is the first step." And I cannot agree with Alexandra any more than that. That is a beautiful, wonderful way of living your life. Remember always to take a little bit of downtime just to readdress where it is you want to go and the creative pathways you need to explore in order to make those visions come true. Congratulations to Alexandra, the most successful woman from Bridalplasty Girls. Now we move on to Cheyenne. So Cheyenne has actually become quite a successful, like, mummy vlogger, mummy influencer on Instagram. She has 80,000 followers as I speak right now, and her bio reads, "Helping make parenting easier with tips, advice, product reviews, and DIY interior design." And she is a mother of 4. Now, I must admit, like, scrolling through her Instagram feed, it does look so beautiful. It looks like she has the most gorgeous house and, like, just a loving family. And once again, I feel like Bridalplasty didn't really do much to help her achieve her dreams here. I feel like this has been a lot of effort on her own behalf. After watching Cheyenne's eviction on Bridalplasty, it was one of the most, like, jaw-droppingly shocking moments on TV, and I am so glad that she has forged this, like, new, incredible life for herself without the help of reality TV, realistically. And next we move on to Janessa, probably the most famous, infamous reality TV villain ever to ever exist on any show at any point ever. I was gobsmacked watching Janessa all the way throughout this series just really be so driven to win. She was absolutely driven to win. She gave us some of the best TV moments and best TV villain moments in the entire world. Now, I am the first to admit that I got very into the storylines. I was like,
Janessa's a wasp, Janessa's a serpent, oh, Janessa the serpent girls.
I was fully into watching her. Every single time I filmed an episode of Bridalplasty, it was like, I wonder what Janessa is going to be up to this week. Well, my loves, I have a little bit of information for you. So, Janessa never appeared on reality TV after Bridalplasty. Now, I did actually try to add her on Instagram to see if I could get like a little message or something from her. But to be honest, I clicked follow and she immediately rejected me, and I'm not surprised. To be honest, I have no ill will towards Janessa about that at all. I think if I was part of a reality TV show and people were being like, Luxeria's a wasp, she's a wasp, then I probably would have reacted the exact same way and been like, absolutely not accepting. So I have no ill will towards Janessa for that. But you may find that on LinkedIn, Janessa apparently now is a director of sales at a very prominent American company. Now, I'm not going to say the company name. I don't want to dox her. I don't want you to like investigate and follow her and harass her at the workplace, girl. She is an accomplished sales professional with a proven record in business to business, strategic sales and business development. Extensive experience selling to Fortune 1000 companies with a focus on network professional services. What do those words mean? I'm not entirely sure because I'm not in business, my loves. I'm not entirely sure. But what I can tell you is that Janessa has a gorgeous little family. She has stayed with the same guy that we saw her on Bridalplasty with, and she has 4 beautiful children. So, my loves, that brings us to the end, the final end in the saga of Bridalplasty. Unfortunately, I wish I could find more information about the contestants, but a lot of them just never made public appearances again after their run on Bridalplasty. Unlike things like America's Next Top Model or The Swan, it's very difficult to find information on people who don't want to be found. And also, I must absolutely stress, do not try to contact them if they do not want to be contacted. And there we go, my loves. That is the end of Bridalplasty on this Chanel. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who watched it and commented and engaged with my videos. You guys literally have changed my life. I want to say a huge thank you to all of the Patreons that have made it possible for me to continue making all of these episodes. So, wasn't that nice? Wasn't that a little trip down memory? Now, if you remember, earlier in the video, I actually mentioned that I managed to find a little bit more out about Allison's adventures after the show. So, Allison has a dedicated Facebook page here called Allison Donovan Ease Bridalplasty Girls, which will be linked in the description box below. So, Allison is actually super, super sweet, and she has multiple posts on this profile about me covering bridalplasty, which I actually, Inception, Bridalplasty Girls.
Unexpected item in bagging.
So, in a little post here on the 17th of November 2021, which is about a year ago now. Oh, time is going way too quickly. She mentions that she's really pleased that I'm covering the Bridalplasty episodes. She says she absolutely rolled in laughter over again watching my catchphrases. Thank you for reviving the show, and I haven't watched these episodes in years because they're hard to watch, but you made them watchable. Like, what more praise can I get than that? That is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, Allison, for enjoying the work that I've done. Sometimes it is a little bit strange when you create reaction content because I can get carried away with my commentary. I think everybody knows here. Big titty lady videos on the internet. Sometimes I don't hold my tongue, and sometimes I completely miss the mark entirely. But it is lovely to have people reach out from the shows that we are watching here together on the Chanel and actually like fill in a little bit of the blanks and also give us a little bit of feedback on the content. I love it. I've got a praise kink. Let's not go there.
I've got no interest in talking to you.
So in a post here from 2020, Allison has posted that 10 years ago, I married my best friend at a mountainside mansion in Malibu, California, surrounded by our family and friends. Today, we are not exactly celebrating as we had hoped, but we do still have each other and will make the best of it as this year is a complete and utter do-over. I mean, it was 2020, wasn't it, sis? John, I am still so proud to call you my husband. You have no idea how good it feels to wake up every morning and seeing you, knowing that you are mine and I am yours, except for the snoring. I would rather that just disappear. If I did anything right in my life, it was when I gave you my heart, and you are the best of me. My life began with you, and dreams do come true. This is what I had inscribed on my wedding ring, and it sums up this day 10 years ago when we said I do. I effing love you! 15 wonderful years together, and some said it wouldn't last. Ha! A photo of us through each year. How absolutely sweet is that? I feel like a lot of the shows that we watch here kind of do encase an amount of tragedy, shall we say. I'm always, because it's reality TV, and reality TV has a horrible way of exploiting nearly everyone on it for some strange reason, it does always feel quite nice when we have like a happily ever after, so to speak, because I feel like even in the real world, so to speak, happily ever afters are still like with an asterisk, if you know what I mean. They're like happily ever after until this happened.
Daytime tweed with an evening chiffon.
So once again, I want to say a massive massive thank you to Allison for reaching out and for actually managing to do a little bit of sleuthing on Facebook. I don't know why I didn't decide to look on Facebook in the first place a year ago. That's so strange, isn't it? Like, you'd think, I don't know, to me, I'm just like, I don't use Facebook very often, so it doesn't come to mind when doing research. As I mentioned earlier, Allison's profile will be in the description box below, and you can peruse all of her updates since the show. Well, my lovelies, with that, I think it's time for the Patreons, girls! We've got a bunch of new Patreons because I haven't done this in ages. I've actually taken, what, like, about 2 weeks off now, and I'm just like, I don't know what's happening, girls. So I want to say a massive hello and welcome to Laura Dean Hinson, This Be Sophie, Candice W, Amateur Therapist, Lydia, Catherine Ritter, Lauren Joanna, Leia Newland, Nuna, Matthew Gliboff, Laura Is Okay, Mel B, Billy Pickard, Michelle.O, Aaliyah Haley, yet another Aiden FTM, Evelyn Liliberte, Amy Batche, Terry Anchors, Jane J, Annalise, Janine Giles Pie, Gillespie, Melissa T, Catherine Cecilia, Ella Propeller, Alili, H. Matthews, and Hannah Thomas. Thank you guys for joining the Patreon. If you'd like to join the Patreon, have a little look-see in the description box below, and you never know what sort of treats you might find. In fact, you will know because I list them there as tier rewards. What's happening today? I'm so out of practice, my loves. And with that, I want to say a massive thank you to my top tier Patreons. Aloria, Luke Peterson, Steputech, Orkos Samoji, Beebles32, Camille Sara, Shell Herman, Christy Crownover, Christina Kyle, Connor, ContraPoints, Danielle, Danny Smith, Dr. A, Elizabeth Stone, Eric Castillo, Jen Martin, Jennabeth Herman, Jenny Hendricks, Caitlin Wright, Catherine Ritter, Laura Jane again, Les Banana, Lisa Pennington, Min Min TM, Mariah Sherman, Nixie Tricks, Paolo Rivera, Rachel the Sea Biscuit, Ryan Vita, Sexy Texy RN, Slampire Queen, Traverful, Tromo, Victoria, Corella, and Zoe Sevier. And you know what, my loves? I'm going to leave it on the note of, when doing research for a video, make sure you exhaust all avenues and don't just accidentally forget about Facebook, because there's a lot of information on Facebook about people. And with that, my loves, I think it is time we finally close the Bridalplasty chapter. I hope you enjoyed this little extra video from me. I will be back to posting regularly, hopefully from next week, if I really feel up to it. But I will keep you all updated on Instagram and through my little community page here with little posts and pictures and stuff as I heal throughout this procedure. So, my loves, with that, I will see you in the next video. Yes.
Unexpected item in backing. Please take your change.